Alright guys, it's time to start our $100 CSGO themed inventories, and we're going to kick it off with red again, and surprisingly, we're on Nuke today. This is the first for it, so I'm feeling good. Nuke seems to be a nice map to inspect skins on. So this is going to be $100 red inventory. Hit that like button if you're enjoying this sort of content, hit the subscribe button if you're into here, and let's dive right into it. Now there will be some similarities between the $50 and the $100 video, and that's just how it is, especially when we're on like a colour theme, because other options just might not exist. That happens to be the case for our Glock, because we're going to go for the candy apple minimal wear. It's $1.32. We had it in the $50 video, and this is basically going to be your red Glock for quite some time as you're building the inventory out. However, we are going to change the AK, and we're going to pick up a field tested red line for about $26. Now, some people will make the argument that the Orbit MK01 we had before was cheaper and nicer, and maybe we could have got a stat track one instead, but I think overall consensus in the community is that the red line is one of the favourite AKs in the game. Obviously, a lot of potential for sticker crafts, especially with the Paris Major around the corner. Myself, I was thinking like Slate or Red Line with some Into the Breach stickers on it. Some holos would look really nice. The next two skins are both going to carry over from the $50 video. First of which is going to be the USP Cyrex in minimal wear for $3.42. It still remains the best budget USP you're going to pick up. This one has a little bit more wear than I maybe would have liked in minimal wear, so make sure you go pick yourself up a nice version of that. And then the M4A4 is going to be the Evil Daimyo. I think I butchered the pronunciation again, also minimum wear, just under $4. These two are kind of staples, I think, in the red inventories for this budget. You're not going to go anywhere else with them. It's the A1S, which might surprise some people in this case, because we're going to spend $26 on a well-worn skin, and it's going to be the Shantico's Fire, which for me on preview always looked like a bit of a weird skin, but having used it in some servers recently, looking at it a little bit more, it's grown on me quite a lot. Obviously, you have to like that goldy sort of yellow outline on it, but this is very much a brightness skin. It doesn't have much wear on it at all. Lots of red patterns on it. For me, I think it looks super good. But there could be some personal preference coming into this. For some people, maybe you just dislike the skin completely, and then you go pick up a nice cheap Night Terror. But then the P250 to go with that is going to be the Mortos. It looks lovely. Another brightness skin, which is really nice. This one's field tested. Field tested is the same price as well worn a battle scarred at the minute, or very close to it. So it makes sense just to get the field tested for just over $6. And this is essentially going to be your P250 for quite some time as we go through the upgrade path. Now for the op, I ran into the exact same situation we had when looking at the $50 video, and we had to put a capillary in. There's very little ops that can fit into a $100 budget that are red anyway, so we're going to go for a battle scarred mortis at this point, which is just over $3. My reasoning for this is, at least on previews, like the worse where it is, the like darker and like sort of red it gets on the preview. This is by no means a perfect red skin, and when we jump up to $200 for red next time, I think upgrading the op is going to be the sort of priority we have. But we do get a nice Desert Eagle in the Crimson Web to pair with the op, which is just over $8 for the Crimson Web. Obviously field test that you do see some marks and scuffs. However, I'll say this is one of those weapons or skins, because it has the spider web effect on it, Crimson Web, some of the little grey marks on it are actually kind of fitting for it, and I think field tests have still looked pretty darn good in this. Over on the ghoul side of things, we're going to make a like for like change, and we're going to change from the signal and go for a minimal wear firefight. This one's under $1. I think the signal minimal wear is also under $1, so that's one that maybe you can pick and choose if you want. It is a reddish sort of orange. I mean, all the other sites that look at colours for skins list this as red, so I'm going to include it as red. And then the 5.7, we're going to continue over from the $50 video. It's going to be a minimal wear Urban Hazard, very similar to the Candy Apple. This is kind of like locked in as your 5.7 for quite some time on it. And honestly, it looks really clean. Not like DD-Pat sort of on the base of the gun and then a nice shiny red on top. It's a pretty solid combo. Maybe you just upgrade this to stat track down the line, or then you get a really expensive 5.7. Now last time we didn't have a FAMAS because there seemingly seems to be a lack of red ones. But in this case, we're going to put in a Spectron field tester for $2.10. Again, it's another brightness skin. Obviously, the core of this gun is like the gunmetal grey, sort of blackish colour. Then you do get like the, I'm going to call it the rainbow effect with the 4 stripes up it. But everything else, the outline, the tank, some details on the gun is red. So I'm counting this as fitting very nicely into the red inventory, especially for $100. And then the dual Berettas are going to carry over from the $50 video. I'm going to go for the factory new Panthers for just under $3. Outside of going for extremely expensive red dual Berettas, you're probably going to run the Panthers for quite some time. I will speed run the next two because they are also carried over from the $50 video. We've gone for the Darkwing again. Maybe in hindsight for the $50 video, I could have put in the Cyber Force, which is cheaper than the Darkwing. But I think the Darkwing's better than the Cyberforce. The Darkwing's better than the Cyberforce, so it didn't make too much sense to change to a Cyberforce for the sake of change in this video. So we're going to stick with the Darkwing. It's minimal wear, it's just over $1, and then we're also going to go for the Tech 9 Isaac. We're going to go for field test at this time instead of minimal wear, just because of how it was fitting into budget, but this still looks pretty clean and minimal wear. You got some scuffs on the other side, but it's one of those skins that kind of works with a little bit of wear on it. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then we'll complete our 17 skins that are included in this with 3 SMGs, 2 of which are new, 1 of which is a repeat. First up, we've got the MP9 Setting Sun in minimal wear. It's kind of like this nuclear radioactive style weapon. We've seen a lot of that in the greens and oranges recently, but this is going to be our red. Some people might call it orange. It's listed as red, and this is upgraded from the Ruby Poison Dart I believe we had last time. Upgrade is again personal preference with some of these skins, but I wanted something different, and that's what we're going to run with, as this one is $6.50 for minimal wear. And I'm going to risk butchering the pronunciation of the Mac 10 with the Sakaku minimal wear. Or sorry, not even minimal wear, well worn, because this is only available in field test at well worn and battle scarred, which seems wild. It's very much a brightness skin. It hits the anime themes, but there is a lot of red on it. You've got the red in the eyes, you've got a lot of the red on the black around the rest of the gun. I like the X at the back as well, and you know what, it fits into this. It is $4.28. I know anime skins have that premium, but it does fit into the $100 budget, so here it is. And then we'll move on to the last one now, which is going to be an MP7. And then we round things off with a Bloodsport. It is returning from last time. It's going to be minimal wear again. It's $3.76, but this means red $100 inventory has 17 different skins in it, and the total cost is $102.98. I think we're done pretty well in that case. We've got some big upgrades that have all fallen to the ground now, actually, and people are stealing them. But we got some nice upgrades, like we've got the red line in there. We upgraded the Shintigo's Fire. We technically upgraded the AWP from the... Oh, I can go all the way out here. Nuke. Cool. I don't know. Yeah, we upgraded from the Capillary to the Mortis, but we still need to work on other upgrades for the AWP, that's for certain. But we'll see that hopefully in the $200 video as I stop breaking the map. So, as usual, let me know which skin out of the collection here was your favourite. And you can also let me know if you think I happen to miss any. But I think, again, much like the pink episode just today, we've done pretty good here. But that's going to be for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hit that like button if you enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button if you're around here, because all the support is greatly appreciated. We'll catch you in daily uploads all this week. Most of them are going to be continuing the $100 skins theme. Some of them are going to be utility based and helping you guys learn CSGO a bit more. But thank you very much for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.